Modern women are told that we can be anything we want, that we have total freedom of choice and the right to just be ourselves. At a surface level, that exact empowerment messaging has arrived in Japan. But what if the very media selling this empowerment is secretly doing the exact opposite? What if these ads are actually conditioning Japanese women to reinforce the patriarchy rather than liberating them from it? Take a look at this. This is the storyline of a new Amazon Japan commercial. On the surface, it looks beautiful, inspiring look. It starts with a woman on a train looking exhausted. She sees a young girl with bold, expressive makeup and gets inspired. She goes on Amazon, buys her own makeup, tries it on, and heads to her office looking like a completely new person. Then, at the very end, she's back on the train platform, and the next generation of girls are looking at her with awe, like they've just seen their future. This looks like a beautiful story of freedom, right? But here's the trick. It took me only one watch to realize this is actually propaganda. When you look at the sequence of how information is revealed, you see the bars of the cage. I'm going to show you why this isn't about being yourself, but this is a very patriarchal messaging. It's about the impossible price women in Japan have to pay just to be granted a tiny bit of managed freedom. Let's look into this. First, let's look at her status. The commercial places her in a high end office in what looks like a heart of Tokyo. This isn't just any job, she's clearly established. You can see her leading a project, presenting her ideas to colleagues. She has power, she has seniority, and she has the right corporate badge. In a Japanese corporate environment, this is her shield. Her success is what buys her a little bit of freedom, like permission to wear the green eyeliner. If she were some kind of temp staff or a cleaning staff, this makeup would be seen as distraction. But because she is a leader, it's rebranded as individuality. But then this is the most crucial part. It comes to this calculated reveal of all. Look at her desk. Right there, next to her work, is a photo of three people. Looks like a husband and a child. So this is the final lock on the cage. She isn't just established, she doesn't have just established corporate career, but she's a perfect mother and perfect wife. She has fulfilled every single traditional duty expected of a woman in this society. So, this Amazon ad is actually the subliminal survival guide. It's telling you that in Japan, your identity is a luxury item. You can only afford to be yourself once you have paid the massive debt of being a perfect corporate soldier and a perfect mother. It's not diversity and inclusion, actually, it's diversity with conditions. And here is the final, most chilling part of the puzzle. We're back on the platform, and these younger girls aren't just looking at her makeup, they are looking at a roadmap. They see a woman who has everything: the high status career in a city center, the family waiting at home, and the cool individuality. To them, she looks like a hero, but in reality, she's a recruiter for the birdcage. And this is how the system survives in Japan. It uses diversity as bait to lure the next generation into a life of total exhaustion. It tells these girls, you can be unique, you can be bold, but only if you fulfill every traditional burden we put on you first. They aren't being inspired to be free, they are being conditioned to believe that identity is reward for total social compliance. This commercial ends with a smile, but the subtext is a warning. If you don't secure the corporate job, if you don't build that perfect family, you don't get the permission to be the person in this frame. You can't be yourself. I rewatched this again and realized this isn't a beautiful story, it's a high definition trap. Amazon's official PR post says they aspire to build deeper emotional resonance by showing how they support a woman who pursues her true self and gains confidence along the way, life's most meaningful pursuits. Think about how terrifying that actually is. The meaningful pursuit they are showcasing is a woman successfully landing a big and safe corporate FTE while maintaining a flawless traditional household and having to trick themselves into wearing some flashy clothes and makeup is being true to yourself and be the aspiration for Gen Z. So, the next time you see an inspiring ad like this in Japan, ask yourself, are they selling you freedom or are they just selling you a better looking cage? Japan is a beautiful place, but the truth is usually hidden behind a very polished mask. This was the first episode of Japan Complicated, where we peel back that mask and look at what's really going on. If you're tired of the polished version of Japan and want to see what's really happening behind the scenes, join me. Hit the subscribe button to stay updated on Japan Complicated. Let's look at the world for what it really is.